Welcome, GOP candidates, to Cleveland. You're going to be playing to a national audience here at Quicken Loans Arena. It's home to the Cleveland Cavs and star LeBron James. It's also a giant symbol of welfare, corporate sports welfare to be exact. I'm sure a topic you're eager to discuss. During the last 20 years, taxpayers have paid more than $800 million for this arena and two nearby sports facilities. Billionaire and millionaire tenants have paid little by comparison and pocketed side deals for concessions and naming rights. And during the next 2 decades, they're going to get another $260 million in taxes. Talk about subsidized housing. I hope you find time between beating up Donald Trump and pushing conspiracies about Hillary Clinton to take on this issue. And if you're serious about wooing voters in America's bellwether, you'll want to consider these issues as well. You probably didn't realize, but Cleveland sits on the edge of a large body of fresh water. It should make drought-stricken Californians jealous. Lake Erie is our region's most vital asset. The problem is politicians haven't treated it that way. For too long, they've allowed too much sewage and fertilizers to pour into the waterways that lead to the lake. Often on hot days, you can't even swim in here, unless you want to leave with intestinal problems and the possibility of growing a third arm. Just west of here in Toledo, algae is producing dangerous toxins that will likely force the city to shut off the water. I know you guys don't like government regulations or the EPA, but this isn't an ideological battle. It's about the battle of the green monster. Take a look at Eaton Corporation's gleaming headquarters behind me. It was built a few years ago in a suburb southeast of Cleveland. But look closely, it's really not there. It's an illusion. This global manufacturing powerhouse moved its headquarters, not the building, to Ireland. CEO Sandy Cutler did so in late 2012 to avoid paying U.S. taxes. You should be familiar with Cutler. He's given hundreds of thousands of dollars to Republican candidates, and he wrote a check last year to the RNC, the sponsor of the debate. So feel free to call him. Tell him to move his company back to Ohio, or fix the U.S. tax system to make it more competitive for U.S. companies. But that might require you actually work with Democrats. Surely you've noticed the demonstrations going on around town. Don't take them personally. They're not about you. They're about issues that are much bigger and more complicated than your talking points. They are fueled by a series of deadly police encounters around the country and here in Cleveland. And they're tied to complicated issues like race relations, community policing, and economics. If you don't have something of substance to say about the topic, then spend some time with these demonstrators and with our police. If you don't, you're going to have all the credibility of a reality TV star. Sorry, Mr. Trump. I hope each of you enjoyed your stay in Cleveland, and I'll see one of you next year. I'm Mark Namick for the Northeast Ohio Media Group.